You want me to continue? The story goes off into a weird spiral from Gallifrey. I have told this story so many times, but I never forget the pain. I never forget that pain I felt through the experience. Not one incarnation of me ever forgot about my family. Then again, I suppose maybe that's a lie. Soon after the previous events, I almost forgot for a moment. I was just stuck thinking.
Where am I?
This was the only thought going through my head. It was almost like I was lost in a swirling vortex of darkness.
Dad!
Help!
Dad,
Please! Help!
Dad, open the doors!
Help!
Why
Dad,
are the doors
please,
open?
help!
Those screams, even today as I tell this story, those screams, they're almost burned into the surface of my brain. It hurt that much. For a split second I could have sworn it was a dream. I prayed it was a dream. But sadly not. When I opened my eyes and looked up, seeing a white ceiling.
My TARDIS has a metallic ceiling.
I thought to myself as I quickly sat up, and there he was, Andrew Monarch. I'd quickly turn my head back to my TARDIS. It had set itself to its default skin.
Well, hello.
Sorry, but who the fuck are you? And what are you doing in my house?
Staring around the room, side to side, quickly I'd smack my mouth.
Ow! That really doesn't fit, does it? Oh, new jaw. Gonna have to get used to that.
The man looked at me. His blood began to boil.
Excuse me? I asked, who the fuck are you?
I quickly got up and put my finger on his lips and pulled it down. His lip would smack back up onto his tooth as I let it go.
Right, sorry, that was rude. Wait, am I rude? This'll be fun.
Turning back to him, I'd smile as my clothes would be practically falling off of me from the regeneration energy.
Listen, I'm trying to keep calm. Now, before I call my guards, I fucking suggest you tell me who the hell you are and what you're doing in my house!
Yeah, well, you see, now there I can't help you. Right now, at this point, I don't even know who I am.
I want you to leave. Your rags for clothes are insulting my house.
Oh, Lord, aren't we funny? Now listen, chubby man, I need some clothes, and honestly, I think what I'm feeling right now is hunger.
Quickly, I'd flop down onto his white leather sofa. Come to think of it, pretty much the whole room was white other than the TV, and that black mixed with red rug. But as I'd flop down, I'd quickly put one leg over the other and smile, reaching for a magazine on his sofa, looking through the pages.
Right, I've had enough of this. Get out of my house!
Accidentally cutting him off as I'd bath up regeneration energy.
What? Are you okay?
Looking at him, I'd grab hold of his arm quickly.
Not so much of an arsehole after all.
He would look at me and grunt, pushing me off.
Listen, do whatever you want to eat and make it quick, then piss off out of my house. I may be unkind, but I still have my manners.
Letting off a little chuckle as I got up, staggering to his door, then quickly falling. I'd smack my head on the floor.
Ow! Ow! Ow!
Oh, shut up, why don't you?
Complaining as we both be sat at the big section of his kitchen, he smacked the ice pack onto the lump on my head. The reason for me moaning. I'd quickly get up and walk to his fridge.
God, this body is hungry. Do you have nothing decent in here?
Sending my eyes around the inside of the fridge, I'd look at one metal shelf after another.
Big fridge.
It better be. I paid a lot of money for it.
Kind of empty though. You don't get out much, do you?
I don't like people.
My concern would begin to grow with his remark.
I can tell. You let a stranger wander around your house and go down your fridge.
I guess I trust you. It feels like we've met before.
Looking back up to the fridge now.
Really? Pickled yams?
Well, I like them from time to time.
What's this?
I'd stare at this peanut butter longingly.
It's peanut paste. It's like paste made from peanuts. Duh.
I'd begin to screw the top off as I dipped my finger into the jar. It now covered in the paste. I placed the end of my finger into my mouth. For a split moment, my life, my world, my everything stood still. I probably never felt anything so good and amazing and nutty. The peanut butter felt like a new world, as if it was dancing on my tongue.
This is just amazing. How can this taste so good? How can this taste so good?
Dude, it's just peanut paste.
I'd laugh and pull some bread from the top of the bread box next to the fridge, slavering the peanut butter all over it.
I need to get more of this later.
Right, you've had the food. Now please leave.
That tone of yours is coming back. I don't like it.
His eyebrows would narrow as he'd send his fist straight for my face, socking me hard.
Ah, dude, the fuck? Why would you do that? Oh, fuck. Fuck.
Listen, I've been kind, but I don't want a scrawny, ugly, red-dyed hair freak in my house. You look 30. Get out of the emo phase already.
Emo? Excuse me, I didn't bloody ask for this hair.
Shut up and piss off already.
Andrew would become even more enraged, sending his hands for me, picking me up and carrying me to the TARDIS. He would throw me right at it.
Now you listen here. I've seen your type, big fat cats with your suits and power. My world had them as well, minus the suits. But still, I've had enough of being pushed around.
Quickly pulling my sonic pen from my half-ripped pocket, aiming it at the TARDIS, it would activate. A beam would hit Andrew, ripping into his clothing and shaping them into a leotard.
Much better.
Anger would overtake his face. Andrew running at me with his fist, getting ready to punch, quickly dodge it, and his fist would smack my TARDIS.
Ouch!
Ooh, that's gotta hurt.
Please, just leave my house. I don't want you here.
Dropping to his knees, a tear would fall from his eyes.
I just want to be alone, okay? Is it too much to ask? It's always been this way, so why change now?
My face would drop, feeling some compassion for him. I'd slowly bring myself down to his level.
Listen, I can see you've been alone for a fair amount of time, but it doesn't have to be like this. Come with me. I can take you places and show you things that will make you see the world bigger than what you think it is. But you're never truly alone. You have a friend now. Let me help.
Looking at me, I'd send my hand out, waiting for him to take hold of it.
What do you say?
As I'd ask, he'd send his hand for mine. Me helping him to his feet, I'd look at the TARDIS. The door would quickly slide open. Andrew's eyes would open so wide as he looked inside.
What? How? It's just a small thing.
Looks can be deceiving.
You're not Levithian, are you?
What gave it away? So that is where we are. Levithia, not so far from home.
Making my way into the metallic cylinder, Andrew following after me. Nervously, he'd look around at the golden walls lined with purple materials. In the middle, a great big console with gold that would ridge the edges. I'd walk to the doors as they would swing shut with my push. Andrew would turn his head quickly.
What are you doing?
Well, you're lonely, I'm broken-hearted. Not sure why yet. Old memories taking a while to reprogram in. But what I do know is this side of the galaxy, until I've got some old memories back, it's my duty to make you less of an ass. So I'm kidnapping you.
You don't understand. I have work in the morning. My father would kill me.
Quickly swaying past him, flicking down on another control, I'd quickly send my hand for his nose, flicking it. Boy, did that bother him.
What was that for?
Shh, Levape. You don't get it. This isn't just one of them things you see at your local space station that whiz through space. Well, it kind of is, but more. It can travel in time, you see. I can take you away for a year or more and have you back the day before we even left if we had to.
So this can go anywhere? Anywhere at all?
Pretty much what I just said.
What about where you came from? I'm sure whatever made this thing, it must be such an advanced place.
Oh yes. Did I mention? I'm from Gallifrey.
His eyes would grow wide as he'd sweat even more.
Gallifrey? The Gallifrey? With the Time Lords? I didn't realise I was in the company of such a race. Your people are stuff of legend.
Smiling as I'd stare at the controls, I ignored everything he had just said.
What is it? Are the compliments a shock from someone like me?
No, I just remembered my name.
Funny, I don't even know your name, yet here I am. In something I believe to be a spaceship. You have such a trusting face. Did anyone ever tell you that?
I'd smile in the thought of what he'd said. It was part of the reason I was in the council. A trusting face always goes down well when it comes to telling a lie. To get laws passed, I regret ever being part of it now.
Trevinius. Trevinius, my name is Trevinius. You can call me Trevor.
Trevinius? That's a weird name. Must be Gallifreyan. Won't question it.
Hey, that is racist.
Well then, this trip better be bloody well good.
You know, I knew deep down, all he cared about was somewhat of a holiday. He was annoying, cruel, cowardly, but somewhere, somehow, I felt good in him.
Right then. Like I said, where do you want to go?
Somewhere hot and silent.
Hot and silent. Okay, you asked.
I'd smile as I'd pull on the lever and type in directions. The TARDIS would begin to wheeze and grind. We'd be in a fixed point. I'd pull back on the shields, running my way to the door as I'd pull him alongside.
Hot and silent. Here you go.
I'd open the door and throw him out. As he'd fall onto his face, he'd see the surface of the boiling hot sun.
Ah! Ah! Ah!
Watching him scream. Obviously, I didn't just kill my new friend. The shields were up. To him, it was just like laying on a glass surface that's rather hot.
Ah! Fuck! Fuck! Fuck!
Watching him jump up and down on the shielding as we'd be suspended in space just above the sun.
Okay, not hot, not silent, please, just let me up!
Laughing at him dance as I would turn my head and shout to the console.
D-size shielding, please.
The shield began to shrink as it brings him closer to me. I'd send my hand for his, pulling him up into the doorway.
Right, safe and sound, no harm done.
You think?
As he would say this to me, he would send his hand for my back, causing myself to fall out of the door with his push, grabbing onto the bottom of the TARDIS and swing my body back up into the door, standing up and smiling at him. He'd struggle, but he would give off a smile.
Oh, what did you do that for?
You almost scared me to death!
Okay, sorry. Really, now, where would you like to go?
Looking at Andrew, still waiting for a reply, then suddenly I'd send my hand for my stomach. Screaming, the regeneration was still settling.
Oh!
Are you alright?
Yes. Just fine. It's just still fixing a few things.
I'd smack on my head a bit.
Now, why is memory taking so blooming long?
As I would mention this, a tear would fall from my eye.
Oh, great. They're going to be sad memories, aren't they?
Are you sure you're okay?
Quickly pulling myself up and brushing myself down.
Yes, fine. I just must have rushed the regeneration a bit. Things aren't settling. Well, come on. Where do you want to go?
Looking to him and waiting for a reply, he'd look down at his ripped suit.
I've only just noticed. I'm still wearing this fucking ripped suit. You know this cost a lot of money.
Ooh, it looks good on you. A leotard, I mean.
Tell me this ship has a wardrobe.
Laughing a bit and pointing to the door at the back of the TARDIS.
Third door to the left, go past the discotheque, then keep walking for about 10 minutes. If you see a gas station, you've gone too far. Turn left on exactly 10 minutes, then walk through the garden, up the stairs, and you should find the wardrobe.
You seem to have more and more weird things about you the longer we talk.
He'd punch my arm and walk off.
Bloody help me find it instead.
I need to get out of these clothes anyways.
I'd be making my way back into the console. Red shirt, knitted sweater vest, black trousers and a necklace. I thought it was fine. I suppose I went with reds to match the hair. No clue what I was thinking in that form. But it served its purpose. Andrew, on the other hand. He'd walk in, all full of himself, wearing my great-grandfather's clothes. A piercing dark black jacket, with long sleek trousers, shining black shoes topped with golden buckles. A white shirt with also a tie. I guess he managed to pull a suit together.
Very spiffy.
You're right. I do look good, don't I?
Laughing and looking into the mirror of the console.
I was talking about me. Oh, you thought I meant... Well, you look okay.
Actually, you know, Trev, before we set off, I'm rather hungry.
I know.
I'd shout as I send my hand for the lever. As I pull onto it, a console room would slowly haze out as we'd haze into a diner. Andrew would look at me with confusion.
Wait, so we didn't have to walk to the wardrobe?
Nah, just thought you could stand to lose a few pounds.
He'd ignore my comment as we walk and sit at the table.
Why this place then? Why not a normal kitchen? Why have you decorated like this?
I'd smile at the Lilithian's stupidity.
Well, you see, my ship's alive. She designed herself. Can't tell her how to look. Well, other than the desktop thing. She normally picks the rest. I did always like this room, though, I think. It did entertain the kids.
Kids?
Oh. Yeah. There must have been kids in my life, I guess.
Stopping myself, another tear would fall from my face. Getting up, I would make my way towards the kitchen.
Well, I'll make food.
Andrew would smile and sit firmly in the diner booth.
Well, your food is served, good sir.
I'd flop the plate on the table as he'd look down to see the peanut butter sandwich.
What? I wanted food, not this.
It's food. It's lovely. Go on, try some.
I know what peanut paste tastes like.
I said...
I'd pick up the sandwich and smush it against his mouth.
Try some.
Fine. God.
He'd cough and put the sandwich back on his plate. As we'd both sit and begin to eat, I'd laugh.
Right. Now, finally to pick somewhere.
saying as I walk up the control room steps, followed by Andrew as I would rub leftover peanut butter from my face.
Any ideas yet, Andy?
Don't call me that. And, I think...
Actually, I think we should see, I know, Graf Vinder K. Read about him in a library back home. Sounds lovely, cutting off all them heads. Let's do it!
Wait, you're serious?
To be honest, I only wanted to go see him because Andrew might feel like he's looking in a mirror.
Yeah, of course.
Grabbing the levers and switches, pulling the buttons and pushing, landing rapidly.
Go on, let's get outside!
Andrew and myself would make our way out the hatch-like door. I'd begin to pull down at the handle as it would sway open. The TARDIS would cloak itself as a castle-like pillar. As we would open the door, guns would be raised and swords to our necks.
All and surrender under the Leviathan army.
Surrender!
Get on your knees.
Letting off a bit of a smile, I'd put my hands in the air,
Of course.
nudging Andrew with my elbow. As my hands reached in the air, he would follow and do the same.
We request audience with Lord and Master Graf.
Loud footsteps could be heard coming from the stone steps nearby.
Audience. No one has audience with me. Not unless you're a female or friend.
But your greatness, I don't think you understand. We're, the new mail carriers.
Mail carriers?
Scrunching my face a bit, I'd scratched the back of my palm, still moving my hands in the air.
It's not gonna fly, is it?
Have them sent into the tower. They've broken into my castle. They will die at dawn for their crimes.
God, what a rude, horrid man.
My eyes would widen as Andrew would say this. To hear him utter these words, the king would walk his way towards Andrew, sending his fist straight for his stomach, Andrew dropping to the floor and coughing.
Let that be a lesson, you rude, pathetic shit.
Keeping a blank face, hands still in the air, the guards would grab onto us. I guess it was to the tower with us. Me and Andrew would find ourselves sat in a cell at the highest point of the castle. Rats would make their way through the cracks in the door and stone. Hay would be mounded on the floor. Could this even be considered a bed? And a bucket? I'm not gonna go into what that was for.
Great, so great. First, you break into my house, whisk me out of my own front room. Now, we're in Graf's tower and we're going to die in the morning. Am I that bad of a man? Do I really deserve all of this? Can't you do something? Anything? What's that device you had at my house that destroyed my suit? Can that not help us?
I'm really sorry. Standard sonic device. It's an old model. Belonged to my dad. It doesn't work on wood, unfortunately. Sorry.
How can he be like that and just throw us in here for being somewhere?
Sitting myself down on the hard floor beside Andrew, I'd reply,
Same way you got angry at me for being in your house.
That's different.
How is it? He's a king. This is his house.
I'm sorry.
Well, don't you worry, Andrew. I've got a card up my sleeve. Our old Lord Graf is a man of challenge. If I can just challenge him to a sword fight and win, we should be able to keep our lives.
That's brilliant. I heard in history Graf loved to sword fight, even with friends.
We just need to sit tight till morning, okay?
Andrew would nod to me again.
Rise and shine. This'll be the last morning you fellas see with your heads still on.
The guard would shout, my eyes opening slowly. Andrew would be nestled in hay. I'd begin to nudge him with my foot. We'd both wake up fully as the doors would open. 2 guards would make their way in. We'd be dragged down the flight of stairs and out into the courtyard. Graf would be seen waiting.
Good morning, my new, almost headless friends.
Graf, please listen. I have an offer to make. A man of your caliber cannot refuse.
As I say to the guard, he would hit me upside the head. covering my mouth with a rag.
Wait! Offer, you say?
The guard would pull the material away from my face.
Yes, a jewel. You like a good jewel, don't you?
You want to duel me? The greatest swordsman in Levithia?
Yes, I do.
Well, what are the circumstances?
I win. You let us go.
And if I win?
Graf, I'm a Time Lord from the planet Gallifrey. You know, legend of my people owning powerful machines. Machines that could conquer planets and galaxies. I will give you it if you let us go.
Time Lord. Machine, you say?
Graf would think to himself, if he managed to get the TARDIS I offered, he wouldn't have to hide in the dark from stronger races of people. He could finally fight in all the wars he ever wanted.
Well, what do you say?
Well, it's a deal. But if I win, and this machine is not real, you will suffer a fate worse than death.
Graf would put his hand in the air, clicking his fingers for his servant. His servant would quickly bring Graf's battle armor and tie it to his legs and arms and torso, then placing his helmet onto his skull.
Right, I'm ready.
Huh? Do I not get armor?
Well, that wasn't in the deal. But I guess I should supply you a sword, servant.
As his servant would quickly run beside me, placing the sword into my hand, running to Graf, placing his sword into his, I would take hold of the sword. A feeling would come over me, like a hate. This powerful, strong hate. It felt like I was going to war. Images of the Daleks would flash into my mind. My wife's face
Save
would
my
hate
children,
in
husband, or you'll be
and
dealing
out.
with something a lot worse than the Daleks.
What was these memories? Was I remembering? Graf would shout.
Duel!
He'd run at me as I'd be almost stiff. I'd quickly dodge out of the way of the incoming sword.
Come on, Trevinius! Fight back!
Tears would suddenly fill my eyes. All my memories would come flooding back to me all at once. My face would lose all emotion. I'd do my best to move from the swinging sword. I remembered you, wife, son, daughter, the door closing, the war, the city falling. It wasn't there to receive all my memories back at once. It hurt so much. Slash! The sword would take a chunk of skin right from my arm. My arm would bleed drastically. I'd be snapped out of my trip down memory lane. Rage building inside of me. My family. A new mission to get back home. Sweet! I'd send my sword back to his, lashing against it. The loud clang of swords would be heard. Swish! Whoosh! Bang! I'd quickly send my sword to his legs, cutting deep into it, doing the same amount of damage he did to me. His face would scrunch in pain. He would look back to me, running at me with his full force, his sword inches from my face. I saw my own reflection in the blade. This new face. Was I going to lose this new face as well? I won't let it happen. I will beat this worthless slob of a king.